We come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Dobbs made the day 3 of the draft, and Green Bay loves the dimension he brings to their group of receivers, and that's speed. The head coach really wanted someone who could take the top off of a defense in the draft, and they got him in Romeo Dobbs out of Nevada. You could easily see him getting steadily more and more targets as the weeks go on.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That's caught at the 3. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the Jets sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action with Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rodgers finds his receiver, Watson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, now Rodgers.
Out of his hands quick to Jackson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Forced out to his left.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Rodgers. He gets it complete to Jackson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Rodgers. Touchdown! Christian Watson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. A give running right is Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. Now Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're...
And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Quan Alexander charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they're in the field goal range now at the 30. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers going to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's second and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
Here's Berrios.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They go play action now. Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On first and 10, it's Hall.
Now the ball comes loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Jets get a bit closer.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Packers 17, Jets 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Rodgers now on first down. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Rodgers again now. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. The offense on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Rodgers now on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the...
And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs from 10 yards out. And the Packers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look at touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Wilson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating it. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Berrios is going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
But with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Crosby connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. Now, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Second and 8.
Now Wilson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Wilson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wilson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Zuerlein good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And judging by our scoreline, they have 6-0 in their future as they look to grind this one down a little. They've got it 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Rodgers throwing here. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On first down, Rodgers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And as this defense walks off the field,